Hi, I'm Chris Chase, Chief Client Happiness Officer at Everything Trade Shows. Today, we're going to answer what is a 10 by 10 trade show exhibit display. Now, the first thing is the space, and this is the most important thing. A 10 by 10 is actually the floor space that you rent from the show themselves. So, if you're new to trade shows, usually it's associations for the industry that hold these trade show events where they have conferences and other things that are going on that week. Now, I'm going to take you through MRO Americas because we just finished one show with them in Orlando, Florida. So next year, the show is in Dallas. So if you wanted to sell, let's say you were selling aircraft parts, you might want to go to this show and rent a space. So you would reach out to one of these people here, you call them or email them. The next thing they're going to do is they're going to show you a floor plan. And on that floor plan, you'll see many different sizes. And I'm sure they're all priced differently depending on where their location is. But we're going to specifically focus on a 10 by 10. So this is a 10 by 10 space right here. And it says 10 by 10. It shows that it's open. And you know that space is booked when you see somebody's name on there. So let's say 5041, that's considered a linear 10-foot by 10-foot space. So you pick that space, you're going to have space 5041 because you like the location, it's near the restaurant, the bathroom, or across from somebody that you know. Okay, so then the next step is they're going to send you an exhibitor manual. In that manual, they're going to have a lot of information that's very, very important for you to read this or work with somebody that understands all of everything that's listed in the kit so they can help you through the process. Okay. But the main reason why I'm showing you this is because they use certain rules determine what you can have in your booth space. In this case, they use IAEE, the Guidelines for Displays, Rules, and Regulations. So you would scroll through and then you would find your linear 10 by 10 booth and it would tell you exactly the rules inside that space for the 10 by 10 linear booth. In this particular case, you can't go higher than 8 feet in the back wall. Okay, you can't come out further than 5 feet on the sides, and you have to drop down to 3 feet or lower after the 5 foot mark. Now, the next thing is you pick out a trade show booth. Okay, so what do? You search the internet, you search for 10 by 10, and then you're going to end up landing on some web pages, and you're going to understand that 10 by 10 doesn't mean it's 10 foot high. It doesn't mean that it's 10 foot wide. It just means they're calling it for this space. In our particular case, we have 10 by 10 broken down into less than 5,000, 5,000 to 10,000. It can go as high as 25,000 or more, depending on what you would want to go in there. So let's look at the 5,000 to 10,000 options real quick. As you can see, there's all types, backlit, front lit. They have counters, different things like that. So let's say you pick out your booth. Okay, hey, I really want to go with this one in particular because I want to show my parts. I want to go with this one in particular because I want to show my parts on the back on a shelf. That's great. So then you pick out your booth, you work with your trade show exhibit booth provider, design the graphics, print it, get everything ready to go. Then the next step is you go back to the show and you fill out a form and you attach your booth that you picked out for approval. So once you do that, you wait for approval from the show. As long as you stayed within the guidelines, you shouldn't have any issues. Now, here's a particular case. This is a new customer that came to MRO Americas in Orlando, Florida, in late April of 2021. And what they did was, since we're a one-stop shop, they contacted us and we provided everything. We even delivered and installed it. They came from another country the day before, basically walked in and they were ready to go. So this is called a full turnkey service rental 10 by 10 booth. After the show, they left and they were done. They didn't have to set it up. They didn't have to take it down. But this is just a lesson in what is a 10 by 10. If you like what I've shown you today, please subscribe to the channel because I'm going to be offering more videos and more instructional content on how to prepare for a trade show and what is it all about. Thank you so much.